Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time I'm taking a look at the 1999 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6 GSR. It's felt like it's been forever since we last had a Lancer Evo road car take on our course, and that's because it has been. But there's a good reason for that, because when these do show up, these are very, very quick indeed. I'm expecting the 6 GSR to be just as quick as the 5 was, if not quicker. This car is my favourite of the Evos, I do have to say. As much as I'd love to say something contrarian, like, no, the Evo 3 is my favourite, or the Evo 9 is my favourite, and they are in my top 3. But the Evo 6 is my favourite of all the Evos, because just look at it. It is, in my mind, the ultimate Evo. Of course, after this, they'd move on to the Sadia platform, I believe it's called, which is what the 7, 8, and 9 used, which in WRC completely ruined Mitsubishi, but also on the road made them a little bit sort of larger, a bit heavier, well as obviously the 6 is more nimble and compact, and then we don't talk about the 10. So, yeah, I think for that reason, it's my favourite. Of course, deciding between a 5 and a 6 is, well, pretty difficult when you look at them because they look basically identical. I think the only real main difference is the 5 has the slightly longer rear lights, whereas the 6 doesn't have that middle portion. But then again, the Tommy Mackinnon edition of the 6 does have it. It's bizarre. But anyways, either way, my favourites of all the Lancer Evos. This car does come in 2 blues, which are very nice. There is sort of the dark, rich blue, which is the one you should go for. And I saw this lilac blue, and I was like, yes, that's the colour I want to run this car in, because it does look absolutely ridiculous in this colour. But no colour is going to deaden this car's chances, because it's going to be mighty quick. It has 602 horsepower. I think the most powerful Evo 5 has 550-ish, so this just lobs another 50 onto there. And weight penalty is not as much as you'd expect either, so I'm expecting a very quick car here. 4-wheel drive, 602 horsepower, 1,210 kilos. That's 20 kilos lighter than that Impreza rally car we had last time out, incidentally enough. So, yeah, we'll see how this gets along. It is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land at track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak version. That car set a time of a 25.696. The Evo 6 GSR is unlikely to beat that, but it is likely to be very quick indeed. The Evo 5 GSR that went round ages ago set a time of a 28.456. So that sort of gives you an idea of the ballpark we're aiming for. That is still a very quick car to this day. Of course, not quite as quick as the Evo 5 RS, which was a monstrously quick car on this course. That's at a 27.8, I think. It's still in like the top 10 to this day. Obviously, this is going to have its RS compatriot go around eventually. That's going to have the racing mod, which is the reason this doesn't, because the RS... Okay, that wasn't even that good of a lap. Wow. Yeah, maybe, as I was going to say, the RS is going to have its race mod, and that's going to be sort of the uber quick one, but maybe it doesn't need it. Maybe it doesn't need it. The GSR just straight away, bam, 27.949. Thank you very much for showing up. Yeah, I don't even think that was... Maybe it was. It felt pretty quick on that lap, but a bit conservative in terms of how much was doing. That first sector is going to be tough to beat, though. That was a beautiful first sector. Didn't get stung by the oversteer. That's the problem with these Evos. Yeah, I think you could be a little bit quicker doing that, but then again you get the launch, so who knows. Yeah, the Evos do get stung a little bit because the Imprezas are very, very consistent driving cars. You know, 4-wheel drive, hints of understeer, not quite as quick as these are, but they are slightly nicer to drive. The Evos are a little bit more flamboyant. You get some more sort of rear end kick out on the Evos, and as a result of that, they are a little bit trickier to drive, but ultimately, come on. I mean, that's still a 28.376 on that. just trying to take a little bit too much out of there. That first sector really is a make or break for any car going around this course. It is fiercely irritating when you don't quite string it right. But no, maybe that is the quickest sort of, again, that final sector. There is little tabs of time in there, isn't there? We'll see what it's like on the main summary screen, but I mean, 27.949 certainly isn't a bad time to set. It does have to be said as far as cars go. No, apparently not. That was the quickest of. Maybe this is a car when you just try and push it, it sort of walks over the edge. That felt like that could have gone a little bit quicker, but apparently not, according to that. Yeah. I think there's a 0.1 in there. Now, admittedly, if there is a 0.1 in there, I mean, even as a base 0.1, that would put it as the quickest road car. But I'm not sure. 27.949. That's a monstrously quick lap time, to be fair. So, interesting. At 27.949, we'll place this into 21st place. Goes in between the Roof BTR4 3.8 and the Dodge Viper STP Taizan. Now that means that this car is the 5th quickest without race mod. It's still one of the quickest road cars we've ever had. And I mean, the stuff beating it is all high-performance roofs, which had way more power than this, and high-performance Nissans that had way more power than this. So, definitely not a bad sector to be around. It is quicker than an Evo 5 rally car, the base car, not the yaw-controlled car, but it is quicker than that. Quicker than a Vector M12, Ford RS200, Ford GT40, Ford GT90, Mainz Lancer Evo 5. There's a lot. There is a lot, and again, I mean, in terms of things that are quicker than this, the only real spring out is it's still slightly slower than the Evo 5 RS. I guess that's down to weight, because I think that car weighs about 1,050 kilos, something like that. And the 22B, which took years off of my life with how sort of close it was before that final lap in that car. So yeah, I'd say that works out pretty well overall, and I guess that means when the Evo 6 RS comes around here, the world's going to implode, because based on the fact that the GRS was 0.6 quicker in the 5s, if it goes like that in the 6s, then this car's the RS is going to beat the sleeker rally car. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.